Hey everyone, okay, so I wanted to do this video and give an honest view of the KKW beauty products. Now this is my first dip into Kim Kardashian beauty products. I've never tried them before. I bought all of these. Now before I start, I will say that they cost an extortionate amount of money in terms of import and duties, a horrific amount. And therefore, even though some of these products are very good, I will never repurchase because of the import duties, which was just horrific. Now, I also placed an order with Kylie Cosmetics because I've never tried any of her products either. We are over 2 weeks in and the order still hasn't shipped. I emailed them yesterday, the day before yesterday, to ask them where my order is. They responded 2 days later by saying, could you give me the last 4 digits of your credit card before we will tell you where your order is, which still hasn't been fulfilled. Therefore, I have to email them again with the credit card, wait another 2 days before I get a response. Truth being told, I'm almost certainly going to cancel it. You really shouldn't have to wait 2.5 weeks. There's still no update. It's pretty poor. I'm almost certainly going to cancel. And the import duties, I'm going to cancel, almost certainly. Let's make a start. Let's start where we start, which is with the contouring products. So I bought a lot of the contouring products and I got them here in the singles because I knew I would use these more. Now, this is what they look like. Most of you are aware, and they come in a variety of shades. Now, there's 7.5 grams of product in each of these, which is amazing. That's a good amount of product. Now, in terms of blendability and payoff, you've seen all the videos, so I don't have to go through everything. What I will say is that they're smooth. They are a touch on the powdery side, as you may or may not be able to see from here. There is powder residue when you swirl, but the swatches are quite nice and they apply nicely to the skin. Now, I prefer to go into products and go like this with a brush rather than this. We've seen all the videos on YouTube of people doing that, talking about how shit products are with fallout. Of course, you're going to get fallout if you behave mentally with it. If you tap it, you're not going to have too much of an issue. The real standouts are the eyeshadow palettes. Now, I got all of these 4, including the little small one, which is very nice. And I've also got some of the larger palettes. Now the larger palettes contain 1.7 grams of product in each well, which is a good amount. They perform nicely. Again, there is some fallout, especially if you swirl. Otherwise, they're excellent and I'm really pleased that I bought these. These are absolute keepers. Now, the contouring sticks. So I got them in the singles and they look pretty much like this. Now, they perform beautifully, they blend incredibly well, and they look wonderful on the skin. The main issue is that you only get, I believe, just over 2 grams of product in each one, which is a very small amount. Generally speaking, if you suffer from extreme constipation, you could probably produce more in the bathroom than you get in one of these, which is very disappointing. But they do blend and they work beautifully. The same principle goes with the highlighters. You get approximately the same amount of product. They blend nicely, they look nice on the skin, they give a really good effect. They're bright and shiny, but you don't get much product, so don't expect them to last you forever. Okay, I can't really talk about the 2 lip glosses because they're both so nude that they don't really have any massive impact on the lip, but they apply nicely, they look nice, and the texture is quite good, if not a tiny bit sticky, but they are pretty good. Let's talk about the baking powders, which are these. Now, these perform great. They bake under the eyes, they brighten under the eyes, they do everything you want a baking powder to do. The formula is very nice. The only issue I have is that you only get 3.5 grams of product in here, which is, again, it's not a lot of product, meaning that if you were to compare it to higher end brands, it would cost you more in KKW than it would in a high-end brand to get the same amount of product, but it's great. Now, where is it? The brightening powder. Come on, where is it? Here it is. The brightening powder. This is supposed to go over your concealer after you've baked. Does brighten, does work well. As with all powders, can look dry under the eyes, but that's the same with almost any powder out there. Really like this product as I do the baking product. The only issue is you get 3.6 grams of product, which again is not a lot of product, which is sad. Liquid concealers. You've all seen the reviews. I've seen the reviews. I think these perform excellently. They work great under the eyes, offering a medium amount of coverage that is buildable. They blend out best with a beauty blender or a brush and then your beauty blender. Don't be concerned if you have to build. These products are not as full coverage as a lot of other concealers out there, but they are pretty bloody good. I only got 2 shades because every other was out of stock. I would have bought others. So the duds of the lot are these, and these are whatever these are, these loose shimmer things. They are absolutely shite. Most of the colors look quite pretty in the tube, but in reality, when you pop them onto your skin and blend them, they just almost vanish into nothing. There's only a couple of shades that actually stand out, but most of them you just blend it onto your back of your hand or your face. So like that's the green, but as you move it along, it almost kind of evaporates and you don't get any form of real payoff, which is a shame because I was quite looking forward to those, but hey ho. Moving on to the blushes. So I got a couple of blushes and they perform really nicely and they look nice on the skin. So that's good, they apply well. However, there is a lot of fallout with this product if you swirl, so don't swirl, I don't recommend it, but if you're going to experience fallout. They apply quite nicely to the skin and the color range is very, very subtle, which you would expect. Very nice products. Pleased that I have them, but I wouldn't repurchase those. Moving on to these products, which are, you know, these really shiny, bright eyeshadows. Now, some of these work incredibly well and you get 4 grams of product, which is amazing. This is the blue and you can see that the color is very nice. Now let me show you another one, which is this burgundy color. I mean, that's a great shade, right? Great amount of product, amazing payoff, but a couple of them are pretty much duds. Let's have a look. Come on, Wayne, what is wrong with you? Got problems, people, I've got problems. Oh, let's try this one. Yeah, this is not a great one. This is called Big Bank. Funny that title. Anyway, gorgeous gold color, which picks up not that great on the finger and applies even worse than that. So some of them are good, some of them aren't that great. Okay, lip liners. So, first of all, let me say that I love the color of all of these lip liners. They are beautiful. They are all nudes, they are all gorgeous, they are all just absolutely, I love nude lip liners, they're great. So that's the good news. The only issue with these, so there they are here, you can see that, with my cack-handed approach to everything, they're great. The only issue is that the pencils are incredibly creamy, and unlike a true kohl, which you can sharpen to a very fine point and get an amazing line, these are so creamy that getting that sharpest of lines is not always that easy. Also, these can be quite problematic to sharpen. Yes, they can be quite problematic to sharpen, and they also, some of them came really like low down in the pencil, the actual head, so you need to keep sharpening in order to get a bit of a point to it. Gorgeous color range, love the color range, not a huge fan of the formula, I prefer a true kohl. Now moving on to the final bit, which is the lipsticks, all the nude lipsticks, because in my life there is only nude lipsticks. Love them, love the color. I think the texture is absolutely great. Let's show you a slightly deeper one, which is this one. Just all round, these are great. They don't have any real scent to them, although there is a slight kind of waxy smell to them, but it's fine if you put a lip gloss over it, you're not going to have any problems. In terms of color payoff, you're getting a really decent amount of color payoff. As with all lipsticks, these transfer, and these transfer quite a lot, but it's no big deal. I love to see a woman reapplying her lipstick. Lipstick, it needs to be reapplied. I like that it needs to be reapplied, and the colors are just heavenly. This is number 4, which I'm going to swatch right here, and just look at that color. I mean, it's just divine. It's absolutely lovely. So there you go. Generally speaking, the products are good. If they were here in the UK, I would repurchase the eyeshadow palettes in a heartbeat. I think they're very, very good. The contouring products I wouldn't repurchase, though they are great. I like the brightening powders, but you don't get much product. Love the lip liners in terms of colors, but not a fan of the formula. Lipsticks are great, I would repurchase. The brightening powder is very good, but it's too small in terms of what you get for the money. Blushes are nice, but I wouldn't repurchase, not really. Contouring sticks I would repurchase if there was more product in there. And that's my review. I'm pleased I got them. Not pleased about the horrific duties that I incurred, but I think they're great. It is a good range. Now, here's some fun if you stay to the end. Put a thumbs up on this video if you think I should cancel the Kylie Cosmetic order, and put a thumbs down if you think I should wait it out. I'd like to know what your thoughts are, and if you do have any of these products or the Kylie range and you think they are good or they're not good, leave a comment in the description because I will read it, because I've been interested in this range for a long time. And here we are, and I finally got it, and don't quite know what to make of this huge wait that is happening with the Kylie Cosmetics. It's a bit annoying, but let me know. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.